Okay, hey there everyone, hope you're doing great. Welcome back to my channel. I hope that each and every one of you who is watching the channel and this video right now is doing just simply great in each and every part of the world. So how are you doing today? I might be looking a little bit sweaty. Yeah, the reason basically is that I just got done with the exercise because I basically try to be fit, but so far, yeah, not gaining that much of weight, but still trying to maintain it as much as possible. For that, there are some drills and some rounds of exercises that I just go through for a period of 30 minutes to 45 minutes, and once I get done with it, then I just do the rest of the activities. I try to be a little bit conscious when it comes to dieting, getting more conscious actually in terms of taking organic diet. I try to have salad in the afternoon and then mixed fruits, and I basically consume some carbohydrates early in the morning because in our tradition we have this dish. It's basically a fried bread, we call it as paratha. So paratha. So I usually have it, it's a little bit heavy, so I try to have it early in the morning so I'm able to digest it actually during the daylight hours when we are doing the rest of the activities, physical activities. So in the evening I prefer to have a plate of rice. Can't live without it. Every time you can just simply say that one day, every day, or a day after one day we are going to have a plate of rice. So I usually have it with lentils or meat, vegetables, or in any other way. But the point is, I have this love for a plate of rice and I can't live without it. We have so many dishes, we can talk about it, but coming back to where I was, yeah, basically I just got done with the exercise and I realized I should have recorded some bits of those or some chunks of those videos as well so that I can show it to you. I'll do it next time. There was a small glimpse of what I do, a little bit of back stretch that I just simply added at the very start. So other than that, there are many other things that I do. I'm going to share those clips with you as well. Can be fast, can be slow. I'll see what will suit best for the video. Coming back to the discussion, basically, it's been a while. We have talked about tennis, so I just simply thought there is so much to discuss, so much to cover, because there are so many things which have simply happened for the last few months. First of all, the big thing was the comeback of Roger Federer. I was waiting for this for a very long time because we all know what happened, this COVID-19 situation and the pandemic and the lockdown, the global lockdown, the manner in which it has simply affected all the sports, the offices, the working routine, the work from home and all that stuff, the closure of institutes and so much which can be talked about. But the basic point is that, yeah, it has also affected sports, particularly tennis. So the basic thing, or the most difficult thing for all the players, was the comeback and the manner in which they are going to return back on court, because it's not as easy as we can simply expect. First of all, if we talk about the way people play, we're quite relaxed. We take it as a layered activity. But for them, actually, it's like part of their profession as well. They take it as a hobby and they turn it into their profession. So they're quite serious about it. They're not just simply enjoying it the way we people do. First thing. Next, they are habitual of playing in front of a crowd. So you see, we all can agree that the crowd is there as a third player. With their support, the player simply gets the confidence to simply come back into the game. And with their, negative roars, it can build that kind of pressure, as a result of which they start losing the games. So there is a third player, the collective player, that is of course the crowd, that is also playing a big role within the decision making of the game. So it has simply vanished in most of the games, although I saw the comeback within some of the major tournaments within which the crowd was there. But if you would have noticed at the very start of the year 2021, when the tennis has simply gone a little bit active and the manner in which the big players have started to play some games, so the crowd or the game used to be so silent. Yeah, they have tried to find some alternatives in the form of big screens that they have simply placed on sides, through which the players were able to hear some sound from the crowd as well. But still, it's not similar to the kind of crowd that you expect to have on court, in court. So there is a big difference. We all can agree to this thing. So that was the big difference. The second thing was that whenever you come back for the game after such a long gap, even I usually talk with my friends as well, that when we take a break of a week or two and then we come back on court and start playing, we take some time to get our grip, to get our control on the ball. So we tend to lose that focus, that concentration that we usually have if we are playing on regular basis. So that is the big difference that we always realize and we notice. So just imagine those professional players who are simply coming back after a period of 1 year in which they were unable to even go near the course. I believe that my apologies, many of them would be going there, but yeah, still not in that situation in which they're habitual of playing the big games, the big tournaments. So there was a big difference, and that was the basic and major thing that had an impact on the game and the level of so many players, especially the experienced ones, the seniors ones. So you people have realized what I'm referring to. Yes, the game and the performance of Roger Federer. I'm a big fan of that guy, but the manner in which the game has simply, came down, and I discussed this thing with some of my friends also, that what do you think the way and the level at which Federer is trying to play? So they all said, including me, that he's trying hard, he's giving his best shot to come back into the game, and he is really showing some exceptional game and some very good shots that he's playing from different sides, down the line, cross courts, backhand, everything is just perfect. But the momentum, the consistency, the variety, the reduced unforced errors, the big number of winners, control, and availing all the breakpoint opportunities when a player can get. So these things were a little bit different whenever we used to see the stats of different sets. So these things were not in favor of Federer's game, due to which he simply lost despite winning some sets. He was unable to give his best shot. Just think of his performance against Pelishvili in Doha. So he was playing at a very good level, but all of a sudden his focus, his concentration dropped, and that the other guy was able to win the game. Same could be said when he returned back at Geneva. And if we talk about Germany, when he played against O'Grady, a very nice young player, very aggressive and with a quality control on the ball. So I'm really impressed by that guy's game, and I used to wonder how these two will face one another. How will Federer face Ogre's game? Because I know the way he plays, he's so aggressive, and the same thing happened that I was anticipating, that he might not be able to control the ball the way Ogre simply hits it. So that was the thing, and that brought a big difference, and that's why he was able to knock Federer out. So anyways, coming back, then we were expecting that the King of Grass would be able to give some good game. He would come with some experience, with some practice. He would work even harder because he was coming for another title. Of course, that's the reason because of which he always returns back for the title. But once again, we were unable to see the same kind of performance. Yes, no doubt, he was playing great in front of those players with whom he has already played in the circle. But Harkash was a little bit new kind of experience. The guy was young, he was a very strong server, and then once again we realized that he was unable to, despite showing a very good performance in the second set, he lost the tiebreak. And after that, he lost all his morale to even return back into the game. I would say that he would have tried, but still he was unable to give his best shot. So these were some of the things that I have realized regarding Federer's game, and why I simply talk about Federer all the time. Yeah, of course, you'll be wondering that why is he discussing the other players which are also considered to be the two big giants of the big three category or triangle. So yeah, I want to keep it short, it'll become a little bit boring for you. But to sum it all up, the thing is that Novak has simply surprised us all. simply look at the level at which he has been playing earlier, as well as his comeback in the year 2021. So look at the level, the consistency, the experience. My friends and we used to discuss this thing and would say that, like, let me recall it for you as well, that you remember in Roland Garros. So he faced Tsitsipas, and in Wimbledon final he faced Bertini. So in both cases they were young boys, quite strong, but on the other side a strong man but with experience and his tricks. So he was able to come back despite losing a little bit a set, but still he was able to come back with his experience, with his agility, and with his strengths. He was able to take the title. And the biggest part is that he has simply equaled the Grand Slam record with Nadal and Federer. So now we have these big three who are all at 20 Grand Slam titles, and now we all are anticipating that Djokovic would be the one who will simply bypass this record by going at 21 or 22. Might simply continue winning other titles. Yeah, Nadal may come up and may give him a strong challenge, but we have to see that till he returns into the circle of ATP World Tour, because so far what I've heard, he has also withdrawn from Cincinnati, and he also withdrew from the Olympics, so he hasn't returned over here. And hard luck for Djokovic, because despite trying at many other occasions, at earlier Olympics, he was unable to win gold. So that is one edge that Nadal and Federer has. But I'm not criticizing Djokovic. All three players, and including all the other top big players, they give their best shot. Of course, these three are winning because of their experience. So we can expect a lot to come. But so far, yeah, these are the stats that I wanted to talk about. Like, you people are my company, and I wish to share what I'm thinking, the few things that I discussed with friends, a few things that I want to share with you people as well. So if you liked it, yeah, you can like it, of course, that is entirely up to you. And if you want to comment on this discussion, you people are most welcome. And I'll see you with some of the things that I wish to talk about, in addition to the exercise session that I do, because the purpose is to stay active and to be able to play some good games, because I've been facing a little bit of shoulder pain, and I've been doing some exercise just to heal this shoulder impingement. So hopefully it'll get healed, but till that time, until that next video, I'll see you in a short while. Yeah, till the time I prepare the next one, the next topic for the discussion. Hopefully you enjoyed it. So I'll see you. Take care. Goodbye.